times important.
How's it going? Paul Corral here, and in this video we're going to be talking about a short Google AdWords case study that we did just about 2 weeks ago, and how we were able to improve ROI very significantly by making just 2 or 3 tweaks. Pretty cool stuff. This is James. Thanks for being here, James. Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, the company that we did some of the tweaking to, and what you guys do.
Cool. Yeah, so I run a blog promotion company. We basically we hook your blog into a platform and promote your posts as soon as you publish them. Helps people get more Facebook shares and likes and more traffic, things like that. So I run a lot of ads currently. We have a few different ways to get clients, but ads are a big one, specifically Google ads. And yeah, Paul approached me and said he could help increase my conversions and maybe even reduce my spending a bit, because I spend a lot with Facebook ads, somewhere in the neighborhood of $5 to $10 grand a month, depending on the month. So you know, that's a lot of money, and any room at all to save some money.
Yeah.
You know, any area to cut costs and find, you know, useless spending and things like that is definitely appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So we were able to do just that. And what's cool is we were able to do it relatively quickly, and then spend the rest of the afternoon playing with a new toy.
Yeah.
The new toy being a Viper.
Yeah, just gotta.
That was fun. Check out my Instagram for that.
Fun new car.
But tell me a little bit about the campaign before, you know, and don't reveal anything obviously that's sensitive, but you know, approximately what did your daily budget look like? How many leads were you getting for that? And by leads, these were trial offers, right? Like free trials?
Yeah, free trials are kind of my bread and butter. they just work out really well for me, and just lower friction for signups. You know, it's a lot easier to commit to, you know, a free trial where you can cancel at any time versus having to, you know, pay for something right up front. So it's worked out. The conversions are way higher for me, but yeah, you know, I've been using AdWords for a few years. I spend like anywhere from 150 to 300 a day, and I adjust it, you know, based on, you know, how many conversions I'm getting. It has to add up at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But you know, I've been using it for a while, a couple years. So I found keywords that work for me. I found ads that work for me. Like, I've done a little bit of testing myself, but I mean, there's, with Google ads specifically, I mean, I'm sure the same goes for Facebook, but there's always room for improvement. Yeah. You know, anytime.
The platform's so large, there's always an opportunity somewhere to be.
There's just so many different settings and split testing, so there's always things you could do to, you know, squeeze more dollars out of your ads and to cut costs and increase performance and things like that.
So I remember when we first took a look, and correct me if I'm not remembering the numbers right on, but at the time we were looking at probably about a $180 to $200 a day ad spend, and it was producing anywhere from, say, 4 to 6 trials per day ish, depending on the day of the week. Obviously, some days are better than others, but is that a good ballpark of where you were at?
I would say 6 is pretty average. So on the weekends I might drop to 3 or 4, and then on a really good day I might get, you know, 8 or 9. So that, you know, that would be yeah, that'd be a good day.
So cool. So that's, yeah, so 6 is probably a good average.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Now, we made a couple changes, and again, they were pretty quick, but what do you think that the change was that was the most eye-opening? Like, it was the big one for you?
So, yeah, so like I said, you know, Paul reached out to me and said, you know, hey, I might be able to fix your ads, so I'm open to anything. You know, I wanted him to see kind of what I was doing and if I could do anything better. So the first thing he noticed right away was I wasn't using negative keywords properly, which is it's huge. And I've heard about it. I just did. I mean, Google makes it. I feel like Google makes it kind of intentionally difficult to navigate. You know, because they get more money.
Easy to get started.
Right. It's easy to get started, but you know, basically, so Google by default they look at your keywords and then they find 1,000 other keywords that are like that keyword, and they start promoting you for those keywords as well. Mm-hmm. So the problem is that works sometimes, but other times you're paying for keywords that have nothing to do with your business. Yeah. So that was the case with my business, and I was finding out I was paying a lot of money for like promoting to like for instance, I was getting a lot of clicks from people looking to promote their Instagram and to promote their SoundCloud pages, and I don't do that at all. I don't promote SoundCloud, I don't promote Instagram. So I was wondering why.
And this wasn't just one or two keywords. It was a pretty extensive list.
Yeah, a lot of clicks, and like it's totally hidden. Like I had no idea that these keywords are even existed.
Yeah.
And I was baffled. I was wondering why people kept signing up with like their SoundCloud and their Instagram pages, and they kept contacting us about like SoundCloud and Instagram. I was like, what's with everyone?
Which might be a good way to expand in the future, but right now it's not what you guys do.
It was definitely a source of lost revenue
and
so,
sounds like support tickets too. Kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, definitely. It was something that needed to be fixed. So that was the biggest thing. Immediately when I fixed that, I added a bunch of negative keywords, and Paul kind of helped me go through and find which ones I was wasting money on. And I mean, I noticed the next day my budget didn't run out as quick because I was using less in my daily budget on keywords that were non-essential. So my budget was running out before at like 6 p.m. or something like that, and now I'll see it last longer to like 10, 11, or even midnight. It'll last all day because it won't be wasted on crappy keywords anymore.
Well, and that's what's kind of nice too, is we were able to refine it. You didn't have to pay any more to get more business. We just kind of trimmed the fat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my budget stayed the same, my keywords stayed the same, my ads stayed the same, but just changing those negative keywords, my conversions went up and I spent less every day. And my budget lasted longer throughout the day, so I was getting clicks even at night, which is awesome.
Nice.
So I didn't expect such a major change, honestly, just from doing something like that. I didn't know that was possible. So that was one of the biggest things that he helped with for sure.
Nice. And we got like a handful of other things that we can continue to roll out down the road. But we did one more thing that day, if you recall. We just added a few ad extensions.
Yep.
Super quick and easy. I think this took us all of 45 minutes or so to do both those things, right?
Yeah. Those are the little links below Google Ads. So when you search for something, you see the Google ad results. You'll see little sublinks below it, like linking to your pricing page or how it works or about page. Those little sublinks. Yeah. And I didn't know the value of those. They work. Especially if you're linking to your pricing page and landing pages in those links. I mean, it makes your ad bigger and it makes it stand out more, and it can increase its real estate on the page by like 50%.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Yeah, who doesn't want to see a nice ad right at the top of multiple links? It just click rates go up and cost per click goes down.
Yeah,
and it's the simplest thing ever.
Yeah, and Google doesn't really promote that either too much. I mean, it's something you can do, but there's not like they don't tell you when you're setting up your ad. Add those two, add the what are they called again?
Ad extensions.
Ad extensions. They don't tell you add ad extensions under your ad. It's kind of like one of those nestled things. There's a lot of little nestled kind of things that you have to configure, but it's huge. I mean, with pay per click, you have to pay more for bigger ads, right? I mean, because it takes up more real estate on a page, but Google doesn't charge anymore to take up more real estate.
Which is really nice.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I got more impressions, I got more clicks that way, and you get more traffic to your inner pages, which can be a good thing.
Cool. So let's kind of let's wrap it up and recap a little bit. So before you were running out of budget pretty quickly, and at the time that was around $200 a day ish, getting on average maybe five or six trials a day, maybe as much as 10 or 12 on a good day, 2 or 3 on a bad day, and then you mentioned now that same budget is lasting you pretty much all day until midnight. So you haven't had to up your budget, but how many average conversions into that trial offer are you seeing today?
I'd say I saw a good 20 to 25% boost, which is huge for what we did.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it means that you're continuity based, right? This is a monthly thing.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Nice. So yeah, I'm seeing maybe anywhere from 8 to 12 now. So on a really good day, I'll see 12, but I don't think I was seeing those numbers before. In the peak of the week, I wasn't getting that many conversions. So definitely seeing an increase, and I'm noticing my budget isn't running out. Like sometimes I'll be online, I'll just check at 11 p.m. and my budget is still under my daily, allotment. Like it'll be like 100, whatever, $90, and I still have ways to go, but I didn't use the full budget.
Right.
So,
and before you were hitting that 5, 6
I was hitting it super early, and I wasn't getting as many conversions because it was just wasted on bad keywords. And
Nice. So for the same ad spend, you're getting more exposure and a good 25 to 30% bump on conversion.
And breathing room, because if I want to increase it in the future, if I want more sales and I'm like, hey, I got an extra $1,000 to spend on ads this month, I can increase my budget, and now I have breathing room to keep running ads into the night, further throughout the day. Because if I'm running out at like 6 or 7 every night or whatever, I mean, there's still like 6 hours left in the day.
Yeah.
I can bump my budget up by $50, $100 a day.
So that gives you scaling opportunities down the road without necessarily paying more money.
Exactly. And before I had no scaling opportunities, I was maxing out my budget, really early on, and
Well, that's exciting stuff, because I know you talked about testing new ad groups and keyword themes, and now you have the flexibility to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, James, appreciate you taking the time. Give them a plug. What's the URL? If you're a blogger and you want to get more of those critical social signals and eyeballs on your content, where should they go?
Blogpros.com. So it's blog, B-L-O-G, pros, P-R-O-S.com. There's a free 30-day trial. So if you have a blog and you write blog articles, try it out for a month. You can cancel anytime. It's a great service, helps you get more shares, traffic, and it's a proven content marketing tool, really. We use it for all of our blogs. We run 8 different blogs, and it just helps get the ball rolling, helps you get shares.
Organic reach is so difficult these days where you're talking about SEO or social, so and getting those signals and eyeballs on the page is harder than ever. So I think it's a great service. Definitely go check it out, man. Thanks for taking time.
Thanks, Paul.
All right.
Appreciate it.